Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 25-degree Thursday, the 5th, I think we are today. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. Look at them skies. Holy moly. It's made it up to 31 degrees. She's kind of brisk and cold again this morning. Whenever the skies are clear, it gets definitely cold. But anyway, welcome to a beautiful start to a Thursday. Yo, come on along, see how the day works out. Well, this is the warmest morning we've had yet, 40 degrees. But the high is supposed to be 2 degrees colder than yesterday. It's supposed to be back to 47 like it was on Monday when I rode that R19 and froze.
Yes.
It's funny.
Well, it's a lot warmer than at home, so.
Yeah,
good.
Way warmer. It's crazy.
Yeah, like 15 degrees.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But it's cold at home.
It was cold.
Mm-hmm.
Mama?
It's a hub.
We've made it to Thursday.
We have.
The old 2 days left thing.
Yes.
So let's go in there and see what Thursday's all about, shall we?
Right.
All right. Have a wonderful day there, Mama.
You too, hubby hub.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
You guys know I'm a huge Klim fan. I mean, I think 90% of my coats and base layers and mid layers, it's all Klim stuff. Well, I love their gloves too. One of my favorite winter gloves is the Inversion glove. They're not too thick. They're very pliable and waterproof. I mean, absolutely waterproof. I don't think I've ever wore them where anything got through. So, how to make an Inversion glove one step better? How about electric? Doesn't have the longest battery life. It's 3 hours battery life. But, I mean, the amount of time I'd leave heated gloves on wouldn't be for very long. You know, that early morning thing or towards the end of the day, or just turn them on for a little bit till they, take that bite off and then turn them back off again. I don't plan on taking any grand journeys, and I'll have to look through Klim and see if we can get extra batteries, because it'd be nice to have a couple extra batteries. This is a charge brick. It's a couple extra batteries for them. Cool. Kind of spendy though. Retail on them's $250, but that's Klim stuff. Really expensive. Fantastic warranty. If anything goes sideways, we have no problem warranty and stuff. It's got to be warrantable. You can't crash your bike and road rash them and then come in and say, well, these things came apart when I fell off at $120. Nope. But yeah, unbag these things here and get the batteries on a charger and see how this thing works out. That'd be nice. Every bike will have heated grips now. Doesn't matter which one I ride. I've had other heated grip or heated gloves before, but they had that, always talk about the ones where there's a layer. You got the part that lands against the grip, and then your hand is on the inside, and the layer between the grip and where your hand is, it floats, it rolls around. And as soon as I get that feeling like I'm not in total control, I freak out, don't like it. It's like using, snowmobile gloves or something for, those old cheap things, big and puffy, like before they had motorcycle-specific type gloves. Man. But I had forget what the brand of it was. We used that when Kelly and I used to ride back and forth to work. We got caught out. We drove on, icy roads back and forth, that old Yamaha Venture, which I still have that thing. And, them gloves work really good. They didn't have that rolling effect to them, but they were very bulky. And I like trying to deal with your camera and stuff like that. They're just too thick. Actually, those gloves are sitting in the saddlebag, but the batteries, after all the years of riding back and forth from Silver Lake to the Longview store, the batteries just got weak, and I think I tried to find them, and the company didn't exist anymore. But I mean, nowadays you got like Battery Plus and stuff like that. You can, I know those are cheap batteries, but you can get something to work. And anyway, get these things hooked up. I'm pulling this thing back on. I got the bulletins done on both of those bags. That's the 2 boxes right there. And it looks funny, I got 2 noses hanging out down there. But yeah, back onto this thing. I got some crazy stuff to tell you about, but I can't. I need to confirm whether I can even discuss it yet. I'll let you know what that is. And anyway, tinkering with stuff here. First thing I'm gonna do is goof off on something I'm not gonna get paid for, and charge my gloves. Had a long meeting with my financial dude today. Things are going very well, which I like to hear. And there's a few jumps and hurdle things he wants me to do for prepare for the eventual retirement, which is really scary that you're at an age that's just around the corner. Kind of scary. That's really scary. But yeah. Retirement was just like, that was old people stuff. Now you're old people. It's crazy. Doing this for a living, all the changes and all the things I've seen, but always, it seemed like forever, I was the young guy. And yeah, now I'm not. Even when I was in my 30s, I was considered a young guy. It's always been, and now I'm that person. There's always been the older techs that were there, and kind of mentor type people. It's crazy. Boy, you could think about that, your mind just starts swirling. You go plumb crazy. And it's weird to talk to these young guys about different bikes or things you did in your younger days, and you realize you're talking to someone that, was 20, 30 years shy of being born at the time I was doing some of this stuff. That's scary. It's crazy. Anyway, let's not get into a whole life thing here. All right. Well, that didn't take long. That was the ding. So for $32, I got, these are 2000 milliamp. Got some 3500 milliamp. It's the same width, just a little bit taller. The pocket in the glove will take a substantially larger battery. So anyway, order them from Amazon. They'll be here Monday, or I can have them Sunday, but I have everything shipped here. And yeah, that increases the battery life from 3 to 5 hours. And plus I'll have the batteries for another 3 hours, so I've got 8 hours of battery life. So yeah, I'll be covered for heated gloves. And those things, amazing. Now, I haven't tried to climb, but being climb, it's probably going to work really good. So I wonder if that's just the battery, that 8-wall or whatever, is that who actually makes the whole circuit for the thing? I didn't look on the back of the charger to see what the naming was, but nice long cables to that's great when you're traveling, because you're trying to get all your junk, all my iPad and MacBook Pro and GoPros and everything all charging and carrying on. It's nice to have stuff that the cables reach out a little bit. Then you got a nice little nifty bag, and I can use this bag to hold the charger and the extra batteries, and it'll be all good. I always keep these straps. They last forever, and it keeps the gloves together. I mean, they clip together, and Klim has updated that clip. That thing's pretty hard to push. Maybe it's just that it's new, but I like them when they click real good, that we don't lose the gloves. But the nice thing, you wrap them with that strap, and they stay together. They're easy to, when you have your stuff. When I grab a pair of gloves, I want both pieces. I have extra ones because a lot of customers are just taking them and just leave the store, and they just throw them. They go, Callie asked, "Do you want this? This helps hold the gloves together." "Oh, no, I'll never use it." So she'll throw them in an old drawer there. So I've got like 2 or 3 extra of those things. And small gloves, it doesn't work good, but these thicker gloves, it works great. Although those aren't very thick. That's what I love about these things. The waterproof, windproof. You even got the little windshield wiper on there. I don't know if the gloves are screen touch sensitive or not. Don't know. They made these just for 2-on-2 people. You got the little grippies for the clutch. They're on the, it's on the only on the clutch side. That's interesting. Yeah. How weird is that? And this has like its own texture on both of these things. And this is a different. That's weird. I wonder what the purpose of that is. The little grippies. So your hand doesn't slip on the clutch? I'd be worried about my hand slipping on the front brake more than the clutch. Heck with the clutch. I want this baby to stop. All right. Just a quick sample example. Clip them. Put that strap around there. They're solid. Throw them in your backpack. Ball them up, cram them anywhere you want them. And they always stay together. I know they stay together when they're clipped, but they get separated. And you can pull on those things, and if you're trying to pull them out of someplace. But yeah, that little advertising, little Gore-Tex thing, keep it when you buy some Klim stuff. Well worth keeping. Spendy gloves, but well worth it. All Klim stuff, very expensive, but well worth it. These things charged up super fast. I don't know what level the batteries were at. There's a little charger in its bag. It's too bad they're not USB-C or something like that. But hey, with the extra set of batteries, I got 8 hours. 8 hours. That's a long time to have heated gloves on. And you probably, like I say, you're not going to leave them on all the time. But I think I just cleared the rack out. I think there was 5 pairs, and I think there's one pair of 2X or something that was there that's still there. The employees, they go, "How much was that?" Well, I can't tell you what employee cost is on them, but anyway, they were passing these things around and going, "What the heck?" And one guy, he does a lot of serious off-roading, and he goes, "John, no." Everybody's like, "It's wintertime, we don't need to spend money." But yeah, that it's the most even feeling heat element I think I've ever felt. And everybody's saying the same thing. You can usually feel the coils, and it's crazy. It goes right to the fingertips too. So there's just a long press, and they come on. They're on high, medium, low. I mean, the colors are pretty much standard on these things. But let me pop this thing on right quick. Hang tight. Of course, the most popular size was the extra large, which these are. And there's only 2 of them. But these things have since cooled down. It's crazy how fast they heat up, especially when you put them on high. I mean, they just go buck wily. Of course, there's nothing in the bottom. Heated gloves are if they were that much, you'd have a weird feeling on the grip. But there's bikes sitting across from the. Oh man, them things are really getting hot. Medium, the low, is absolutely feels perfect for me. But you don't know how cold it's going to be. But there's a couple of dirt bikes sitting across from the service counter, and they're all, "Oh, these fit great." And, You know, you got the dexterity, everything works, it feels good. You got the little squeegee. Fantastic. I still wonder why the different fingers, I guess clutch slip or something. Seriously, I would be more worried about a brake than the clutch, but I get it, you know, if you're not, I don't know. Clutch is a clutch. If you pop it too soon, it just dies. But anyway, super happy. Kelly goes, well, now you're not getting anything from Christmas for me. Because she goes, I should have kept my mouth shut that I found those things. She goes, but you'd have had to try them on to make sure the size. Klim in the past, you know, kind of have some weird sizing. And, but, I mean, these are extra large and they fit like extra large. Very nice. That's crazy just how nice low feels on it. So, and usually when I wear heated gloves in the past, I always leave them on low. It's enough. I mean, I don't need to have my hands stoking warm, which, go back to high. That gets downright hot. What's amazing is how fast it reacts. I mean, just immediately that thing gets hot. It's crazy. And then you just long press. I'm gonna put you in the side stand here for a second. And then it's like any of these things, you know, you just long press. So you just, ooh, out they go. Batteries nice and securely Velcroed in there. They're not in the way. It's in the cuff. So only thing I can see being a little weird, you can smell the warmth in them, is if you got really tight cuffs on your jacket that aren't easily adjustable, they might feel a little tight, but these are big enough that they would easily go over. But, you know, if you got a big, thick jacket, they'll have to go under. Like my, some of my jackets, that would have to go under, which is no big deal. Very nice. I got heated grips on all my motorcycles now. Well, just think of it, you know, mixed with actual heated grips. Like Kelly's Flirty and I think that's only, Flirty and the Pan America's the only one with heated grips. And heated grips and gloves, you got the best of both worlds there. Absolutely. But I've ridden many miles with heated, battery-operated heated gloves. I think those are old NICADs and stuff back then. I don't think they were even nickel metal. And you gotta burn them all the way down. You remember the nickel metal hydrate were a little better, but they would still have some memory. You had to cycle them every once in a while. Cool stuff. Man, I should have got my phone going sooner. I mean, every line was full of trucks. And they were all pulling out. It's crazy. It's all full back there. There's people camping. You got campers all out here camping. Their little strips out there. We stopped at Walmart, so it's like 7 o'clock or something, 7:15. I got oil and filter and little trinkety things. But she's about to top off here, so of course, the moment I come out here to turn the camera on, the furnace comes on. I made a couple of spec incorrections here today on these gloves. So, excuse me. The battery in these things, high lasts for an hour and a half, medium, which is blue, lasts for 3 hours, and low lasts for 8 hours. So I hate to think with those 3.5 how long they last on low. And so what I was wondering, I said, that'd be great for the brake because it's like little grippy things, Well, it is a good for the brake. It's perfect for the brake. For a snowmobile, the brake is on the left-hand side. And if you look at the right-hand glove, it has a gripper on the thumb because it's a left or a right thumb throttle on snowmobiles. You got the whoa. So, because these are mostly designed for snowmobiles. Now, if you watch, different things on these, not the battery ones, but the inversion gloves, a lot of people use it on motorcycles, which I do too. I even have you know what? This pair's really old. Got a pair, these things, easily well over 10 years. These are original set of inversions. I didn't have the tag in them anymore. It doesn't have the name on it anymore. But these are inversions, I know for sure. Yeah. These have lasted a long time. Always like the little squeegee on it because it's kind of see-through and it says Klim in the back of it. It's kind of cool. But these, just over time, the padding in it had got so packed down that it wasn't that warm. It's kind of the same thing. It's got leather on the bottom, and they're waterproof. They're still waterproof. These are still great gloves to wear. I actually had lost those things for a while, and I found them in an old thing that I, believe it or not, that I took to, I brought them with me for the Utah run in 2014, and it was in a little sack of stuff that I had from that trip. And I was digging around, I found it. So I have the way more up to date. It's like 2 or 3 models later, inversion gloves, and I keep those always in my backpack. When it gets cold, I always carry those with me in case it gets really cold. Now these are considered like level 1 warmth, so they're not the warmest glove. They're really famous in snowmobile riding because their grip. They have really good grip, and feeling, the not dexterity, but what that type of a thing, where you have good feel for everything, and which they do, and they're amazingly warm. More, not so much for their thick padding, because these are just like those old ones. The padding's not that thick, but they're wind and waterproof, and that just makes all the difference in the world. But if you're driving steady in cold weather, the cold will work through, even though they're not letting the air through. It does get to your hands, So these, when they're in high, when you click them on high, they'll only stay in high for 10 minutes and turn off. You're doing stuff out in the snow. You hit a snowmobile, or a snowball fight or something like that, and your hands are really cold. It's not that good to heat your hands up that fast. And these things flat get hot really fast. What's amazing is how uniform the heat is. It just seems to be in the material. It's very uniform. Kelly and Christy were playing with them when we got home here, and they just that's the craziest heated glove I've ever stuck my hand in. And it's only on the top, so if you've got heated grips, that's a huge bonus because they're not super thick winter gloves, which is fine for me. I don't tend to like heavy gloves, but I did buy a set. These Togwatis, it's got a weird name for them. Togwotee, Togwatis or whatever. These with the liner installed, you can run them with the liner or without the liner. This is a liner on the inside. With the liner in, they're level 4. Crazy warm gloves. And even with all that, they're not that thick. You can definitely tell the difference between these. But these, that's what I used. I think it's when I drove the Classic 350 home. Jeez. Don't tell me that's already been a year. It was in December sometime last year. Yeah, I need to look. The 350, the classic 350 is about to be a year old. But anyway, crazy warm gloves. They're not electric, but yeah, man, in big, collar on the back. It goes over your just about any coat because it goes really wide. It's got this cool, one draw. You pull this thing and it loosens it. But these on medium are probably hotter than most gloves are on high. So with those other batteries, I'll have 8 hours between the stock battery and the higher capacity battery. So these are 8 hours with that battery on low, which is probably where I'll always have it. You put it on low and you just leave these things on, they get hot. And you got to imagine, going down the road, the cold's going to come through. So anyway, so those are corrected specs there. So it's hour and a half. Oh, and it cuts off and automatically goes to medium after 10 minutes. And you can instantly cycle right back to high and it'll do it for another 10 minutes. They want it to turn off because they get that hot. I mean, scorching hot. You can't keep your hand in there, it gets that hot. But then the next level, you got 3 hours with the stock battery or 5 hours with a 3500 milliamp battery. Can't wait to try them out. That with some heated grips. That's going to be fantastic. All right. So let's roll back to the previously recorded goodbye vlog. I was kind of flipping through the stuff and I go, man, I said all that wrong. I read the tag out there. I don't know how, by the time I got downstairs and was talking to you guys, I lost my mind. Because I said that to Kelly and she's going, isn't it 8 hours on low? And I'm thinking, oh no, I think I probably said about 5 times, how long the batteries last. But anyway, I'm rolling back in. Here we go. Kelly and I outside a few hours back saying the goodbye vlog. All right. Well, hello there. Made it from the gas station safely. It's another starry night. I don't know what the temperature is.
It's cold.
It says 39, but I think it's probably cold now. That's in town.
37.
Oh. But what it is down in Toledo and here is always different. So anyway, kind of a kickback day today, actually. Kind of wild. But had fun. Stayed busy. Those gloves are wicked cool. Oh, I was going to have her put those things, when she puts those things on, she's going to be digging through the stack to find a pair that fits her. Guarantee you. That's pretty amazing. Everybody that put those things on and going, what? No, don't come up with something like that this time of year, Smoak. It's Christmas time. Money's tight and whatever, Motorcycle business, wintertime is not the best time.
No, it's not.
It's kind of quiet. But anyway, I reckon on that we're going to bail out on you.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give your thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. I was about to say we got frozables back there. And I went, no, yeah, we do have frozables back there.
Yes.
So we got to get out of here. Because it's like, what, almost 50 minutes, almost an hour to get from Walmart's to here.
Yep.
So,
see, we could just leave it outside because it'd be frozen.
Yeah, it'd be frozen by the morning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.